Hi, I'm Myles. I'm part of the social media team for National Student Pride, and I am hashtag sharing my story. So the story begins as a 11-year-old Myles at high school, and yeah, high school for me mm, wasn't great. Wasn't great. I mean, years 7 to 9 were especially rough. Trying to find out like my sexuality, trying to find out a good solid group of friends, and basically just trying to find myself. So yeah, it was really tough. Especially in the sense in that I didn't really have many friends, solid friends from primary school, and then carrying that over to high school. It was really tough. And as most people who probably kind of watch this video anyway will realize, is that high school is very different to primary school, like in every sense, not even just in terms of like the things you learn or or in things such as like finding friends and stuff. Everything's completely different. So being in a whole new environment, trying to find out who I am, who I'm attracted to, and things like that, it's a lot. It's a lot. So yeah, it was a struggle. And even in terms of like, not even just like my sexuality, but like trying to like come in terms of like my like racial identity as well, and crossing that over with sexuality. Like it was a lot going on. It was a lot going on. It was a struggle. And then yeah, so that was that. It was only in terms of like when it got to about year 9, I would say, that things sort of slightly got better, made solid group of friends, still friends with them now. Like, even though as a 22-year-old, you'd think, why are you still friends with high school friends? Like, they're all like just like immature or sort of just like completely different to uni friends. But got my solid friends, probably about 5 of them. I can count on one hand, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and that's all I need. That's all I needed from high school in terms of friendships and stuff, because everyone else is basically kind of fake, kind of homophobic, or like there will be like, oh, on Twitter or Facebook, like send me a message like, oh, let's meet up before Corona, just putting it out there, before Corona. Be like, oh, let's meet up, let's go for drinks, like, and I'm like, why are you trying to salvage a friendship that was never there in the first place anyway? Like, no, it's just not for me. So yeah, that was that. And then went into uni, and honestly, I say this to everybody, uni was honestly the best ever decision I've ever made in my life. Like, it changed me so much as a person. It made me feel more confident. It allowed me to basically, even though I'd like to look out to myself as a very independent person anyway, it allowed me to basically just do things that were a bit out of my comfort zone, whether that be going 250 miles from London to Newcastle and basically moving in on my own, trying to go to IKEA, buy stuff on my own, like literally every single thing, like, was on my own. And it kind of, in a sense, speaking out loud and talking about it, it kind of goes full circle, like, about being on my own in high school, being afraid, being anxious, kind of having no friends. Whereas now, when I was 18, starting freshers, I was on my own, but I was in control of it. Like, I knew that I was in control of my loneliness. Kind of weird. Yeah, but I was lonely for a good thing, if that makes sense. Like, I was lonely, but I was ready to start a new adventure. It wasn't that I'm carrying over all the trauma and all the experiences and the negative like experience I've had in primary and carrying it over to like high school. It's that now, like, school is out the way, school's out of the question. Like, we don't know her anymore. Like, she's gone. Like, you got your GCSEs, you got A levels, she's done, like, cancelled. So yeah, like, uni was an absolute amazing time. I know it might sound a bit biased because I am on the National Student Pride team, but being a student, honestly, even with Rona going on, once she's done her thing and she's over, I promise you, student experience is what you make it. Honestly, find yourself like a good solid group of friends. Whether or not, it might not even be on your course, it might even be people that, you know, you might meet in the Weatherspoons and they're students, you know. You just never know, because it's just like, it's just amazing, really. The whole point of me going to uni so far away was to find myself, and that's what I'm trying to get across in my story, is that trying to find my own identity. And I only sort of found that when I did go to university. And yeah, and even being so far away, it sort of made me closer to my parents as well. Even though I would like to think that I am very close with my parents, having that distance and coming back to London, whether that be once a year, because to be fair, I never really liked coming back home. It wasn't even because of like my family structure. It was more to do with like, I just can't be asked going to like the local pub, like where I'm from, and like seeing everyone from high school again and being like, oh, hi, how are you? How's uni? And I'm like, you used to call me like everything under the sun. Like, and now you want to be friends with me and buy me a pint of Guinness? I don't think I'm over that now, really. I'm not, you know, no. So, yeah, that's why I always like, whenever I could, I would stay in Newcastle. Even one year, my mum came up to see me in Newcastle and we had Christmas together. So that was really cute. But, yeah, overall, what I'm trying to get across, sorry, in this story is that it's just all about finding yourself. And I only found myself because of, I made the leap, went to uni, got a solid group of friends that I love them so much. They helped me through the low times when I was like, you know what, I can't do this anymore. I can only write so many words about Selena Gomez and Shawn Mendes in my dissertation. But do you know what? They got me a treble, they got me a bottle of rosé, and they cheered me up and I ploughed through. So it's honestly, like I said, uni's what you make it. And it's all about just finding a solid group of friends, knuckling down, and basically just finding yourself. I keep on saying that over and over again, I know. What I'm trying to say is that I am a total advocate for self-love, self-care, and you know what? Even if, you know, if you're in Lidl and you're like, shall I really splash out on that £7 bottle of wine? You know what? Do it. Do it, because if it makes you happy and you can afford to do it, treat yourself. Self-love. And yeah, that's my story. Just finding yourself, just self-discovery, and yeah, just take care of yourself. Thanks. Bye.